One MSU organization is reflecting on the life of a friend lost to suicide and looking to prevent it from happening to others. A new walking club in Starkville is bringing people together and improving health. And see how MSU connected students this week using an iconic symbol. Your Take 30 News starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to Take 30 News. I'm Raylen Ladner.
And I'm Aubrey Carter.
September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and this past Tuesday was World Suicide Prevention Day. While Mississippi State's campus has several tents set up on the drill field to provide awareness and resources for this mental health pandemic, MSU's Phi Kappa Tau fraternity hosted a special event on their own.
Last August, the Mississippi State community lost not just a student, but a friend, a loved one, and a brother of the Phi Kappa Tau fraternity. In honor of Max Pennebaker's life, the fraternity held their first annual Suicide Awareness Walk.
We saw how much it hurt us and how much it affected our community, and we don't want that to happen to other people.
We want to create a culture in which mental health problems are recognized, in which they're talked about. Prevention is the best protection.
For over 2 hours, hundreds of students and community members poured in to show their support.
So we wanted to create an environment that we could talk about not just how to prevent it, not just how to look out for signs for it, but really to walk through it with each other.
While the event was free, people were encouraged to donate or enter the raffle, which goes directly to the scholarship created by the Pennebaker family in honor of their son.
1 in 10 men suffer from some form of anxiety or depression, but less than half get help. And men make up nearly 75% of the suicide rates in America. But there is still such a major stigma around mental health, which is why this event encouraged students and community members to come together, slow down, take a walk around the lake, and have open, honest conversations with each other.
While many students used this time to reflect and have those meaningful conversations, 2 Phi Tau members showed how their brother Max will forever be honored and close to their hearts.
There was a dance competition we have to do, and he was saying, hey, you don't dance to your body, you dance to your heart. And I love that quote.
When I think of Max, I think of that quote specifically. It really means so much more than just dancing. Like everything that you do in your life, like do it not because you have to go through the motion, not because you're doing it for achievement or for goals, but do it because you want it. Do it because your heart wants it. Do it because God wants it.
Phi Tau plans to make this walk a yearly tradition to honor their brother and to show love and support to anyone who struggles with mental health. For Take 30 News, I'm Aubrey Carter.
Mississippi State offers free, confidential mental health services to all MSU students at the Student Counseling Center. You can visit their website at counseling.msstate.edu, and the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available 24/7 for anyone in need.
And in a remarkable story of leadership, a Mississippi State student has founded a new walking group dedicated to fitness and friendship.
Mississippi State College student Emma Watson was on the search for a group that she could fit right into. When she had no success after her search, she took matters into her own hands and founded a local walking group for women of all ages, We Walk Stark.
Did all kinds of searching, like Facebook, Instagram. I was like asking people, is there anything like this? And there wasn't. So I was like, I'm just gonna take matters into my own hands and make something.
Watson, being a Mississippi State student, now being her home away from home, was unsure at first if she would succeed jump-starting her local walking women's group. But in a surprise turn of events, over 100 people have joined her Facebook group, her GroupMe, and followed her Instagram.
So the club is called We Walk Stark, and it's a club for everyone. I kind of went into it not just wanting it to be for Mississippi State students. I wanted it to be for, anyone who might live in Starkville who goes to the W, EMCC, just everyone. And there's no age limit on it either, so you don't have to be just like a college student. You can be post-grad, you can have children, just anyone who wants to get involved with it can get involved.
After receiving an overwhelming amount of support, Watson's local group is set to begin mid to late September, which you can join her Facebook group, her GroupMe, and follow the Instagram for more updates.
If you're interested in joining We Walk Stark, you can do so by joining their social media. And now it's time for your first look at your weather.
We turn things over to Campus Connect meteorologist Brodie Wesson. Brodie?
Well, happy Friday. I hope your Friday was pretty good. Good news is the weather did cooperate for most of your Friday. Taking a live look at satellite and radar across the southeast, you can still see the remnants of tropical depression friends seen near the mid-south region into eastern Arkansas. Some showers over here in Birmingham and kind of north and central Alabama. We have a few showers possible for us tonight, but overall not too bad. 81 in Aberdeen to 78 in Houston. We're in Starkville at 77 degrees and 84 for Columbus. Tonight, again, 69 degrees, an isolated shower. I'll have that hardy forecast for you in my full weather about 10 minutes away.
Thanks so much, Brodie. Well, the YMCA Plaza was surrounded by students with smiles and paintbrushes on Monday as they got the chance to personalize one of the Mississippi State's oldest traditions. Our Raylen Ladner attended this year's event and has the story.
I am an out-of-state student, and so I'm the only person from even my county that's here. So I came here knowing nobody, and I feel like I get to meet a lot of people, especially at some of these events.
The Residence Hall Association bringing students together on September 9th to paint their own cowbells. Cowbells are a symbol of Mississippi State, as this school is the only school in the SEC with artificial noisemakers.
We just come and we get to meet people and just do fun things.
MSU freshman Luke Perez is excited to start his own tradition with his new and unique cowbell.
I kind of want to keep track of the season on it and keep record of the wins and losses. So I'm trying to get a design going for that.
The cowbell tradition at MSU has been around since the 1930s when a Jersey cow wandered onto the field at a home MSU game and caused them to win. Since then, the cowbell is believed to bring MSU good luck whenever they play. But today's event isn't so much about luck as it is finding friends and making connections.
So it's really important for students to meet each other just because you're away from home. Usually people are away from their families for the first time for extended periods of time. And so having that connectedness, you're less likely to isolate yourself. You're going to make those connections. It truly gives them a sense of belonging, and that's what we strive to create here.
Where do you live?
Off of Ransom Pike.
Oh my God, I live right off Old Nashville.
Oh my gosh, my boyfriend is on the last
Hold on, give me a second. Hold on.
That's so crazy.
Did y'all just become new best friends?
Yes.
We just became best friends.
We're literally 2 streets away from each other.
While painting cowbells can be fun, activities like this are designed to bring students together, create memories on campus, and give students a break from homework. Residence Hall Association dedicating a whole week to hosting events like this. With Take 30 News, I'm Raylen Ladner.
You can stay up to date on more events like this at cowbellconnect.com. Coming up, how one group of Starkville's first responders pays tribute to the heroes of 9/11.
As concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans, veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
Welcome back, I'm Raylen Ladner. Tropical storm Francine swept across Mississippi yesterday and Wednesday after making landfall in Louisiana as a Category 2 hurricane. The storm brought high winds and heavy rainfall to the entire state and battered the coast. Mississippi State, as well as other businesses and schools, closed yesterday out of an abundance of caution. MSU encouraged students to stay home and stay safe.
Well, we closed the university down where they closed the university down on yesterday. We tell students if they don't have classes like on yesterday to avoid traveling unless necessary. Same with faculty. Nothing happened yesterday. We did have heavy rain and wind, of course, but we didn't have any power outages or trees down. Yeah, we still patrolled, answered any calls, service calls that was, that came across 911. But other than that, we don't just tell students not to travel.
Thankfully, everything seems to be back in order after the storm and classes resumed as usual today.
And 23 years ago, more than 200 fire units responded to the 9/11 terror attacks on the World Trade Center. On that day, firefighters responded without concern for their safety, but a duty to serve their country. Starkville firefighters participated in a memorial stair climb in the Davis-Wade Stadium in remembrance of the 343 firefighters who lost their lives that day. Brian Arnett, the training fire chief at Fire Station 1 in Starkville, describes the importance of this annual tribute. But in the years following 9/11, more than 360 New York City firefighters have died from illnesses related to that day.
Well, showers are impacting portions of our area. Will you see rain? If you're going to the Hardy concert, I'll let you know my full forecast right on the other side of the break.
Discovery. It tells our history and determines our future. At Mississippi State University, we're digging deep, unlocking an understanding of our past, validating it. Middle East exploration by faculty and students is uncovering evidence that unravels ancient mysteries. Scholars have long thought of the biblical kings David and Solomon as mythological figures. Our research offers evidence that supports their existence, boosting MSU into an international league of experts on archaeology. Now we're changing the way people think about the past, opening up new possibilities of understanding for future generations. Digging deeper, learning more. When it comes to making the world a better place, it's all in the numbers at Mississippi State University. Our big data science researchers are creating astonishing new algorithms to model human behavior and consumer activity to identify anomalous purchasing patterns. Interpreting the data creates heat maps that can signal fraudulent activity and even predict likely cybercrime locations and perpetrators. And as the only academic institution to team with a state-level DHS agency in the study of transactional data of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, MSU is helping prevent misuse while ensuring that benefits are being used as intended. These successes are opening doors for similar research partnerships with banking, insurance, credit card, and other data-intensive industries, leading to consumer confidence in online and other transactions. Making numbers count. Mississippi State University.
Welcome back to Bulldogs. We've taken a live look at it again. Satellite and radar closer to home. You still see some showers just north of Highway 278 and then back in east and central Alabama. Right now, we're fine away from rain, but rainfall totals over this entire past couple days with that tropical storm, you can definitely see, look, Memphis about almost 5.5 inches. You can definitely see higher amounts along I-55, Jackson up through there, but you can really see the higher amounts as you get closer to the coastline. Louisiana, southeast Louisiana, Mississippi Gulf Coast, places like that, look at that, almost 4.5 inches for Gulfport, Mississippi. We did get some rain. It's not going to get enough to bust our drought, but it did help. So what we're tracking right now, isolated showers tonight, they become more scattered in nature for your Saturday and for the week. And the next work week is shaping up to not be a pretty decent work week overall as we look at the forecast. And then later up, some good news is some drier and some less humid air is coming in the forecast about around the midweek time frame. So overall, if you're heading to the Hardy concert tonight, doors open at 4 o'clock. Take the rain gear just to be on the safe side. I can't rule out an isolated shower or two. 77 by 5 o'clock, 71 by 8 o'clock, and by the time the concert's wrapping up, temperatures are going to be in these upper 60s, right around 70 degrees. So let's time out the rain for that Hardy concert. You can see it starts the clock at 5 o'clock. A few showers, mainly Starkville and then east into Alabama. 6, 7 o'clock, still see some showers around. So again, take the rain gear. You probably won't need it, but just to be on the safe side, let's have that rain gear around 9 o'clock. As the concert starting to wrap up, again, some more isolated showers as the theater bands from Francine kind of still move in throughout across the area. But again, tomorrow, if you're heading to the game, 77 degrees at scattered showers. Clouds will be mainly locked in, but there will be peaks of sun in there for your Saturday. Football forecast, 76 by kickoff. Pre-game, looking pretty good if you're tailgating. And then by that drive home, temperatures in the upper 60s. Again, I can't rule out an isolated shower or two for that football game tomorrow. So you want to make sure you're staying aware, if there's any lightning, to evacuate the area. But again, 7-day forecast, 80 today, 78 for your Saturday, 77 for Sunday. Scattered showers around both Saturday and Sunday. But as we go through the new work week, temperatures go back up, rain chances drop. But look at those morning lows, right around seasonal for this time of the year, the mid to low 60s area. So less humid air comes in by the work week, but those temperatures are nearing 90 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday.
Coming up, we'll look at tomorrow's matchup between the Bulldogs and the Toledo Rockets and what you'll need to know before the game.
The sense of place. We all have it. Often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you want. Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow. At Mississippi State University, student-led teams are taking one of the country's biggest health issues to heart. Out to unravel one of science's unsolved mysteries, researchers in MSU's Department of Agriculture and Biological Engineering are asking why and when healthy cells in human arteries can begin changing into bone-like structures that hamper blood flow. This calcification contributes to strokes and heart attacks, two leading causes of death in Mississippi. As part of their groundbreaking research, students are designing a 3D model that allows them to understand how arteries act within the body and what changes them. By recreating what is happening at the cellular level, researchers are pursuing ways to stop and reverse the process of calcification. Testing treatments could lead to new solutions, helping reduce the number of people struggling with the effects of poor heart health, and ultimately saving lives. Mississippi State University, getting to the heart of better health for Mississippians.
Welcome back to Take 30 Sports. I am Anthony Jenkins Jr. We have a lot to cover for sports today, so let's get right into it. Mississippi State is set to have its second home game of the season. The Bulldogs are slated to play against the 2-0 Toledo Rockets. Despite the Rockets' undefeated record, the Bulldogs are 11-point favorites to win the game. Coach Libby says the Bulldogs will not underestimate their opponent and are committed to defending their home field. Kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. and will be streaming on ESPNU and ESPN+. The MSU Bulldogs really gave their all against the Arizona State Sun Devils last Saturday, but they unfortunately fell short of victory. Mississippi State lost to the Sun Devils 23-30 on the road. We take a deep dive on how the Bulldogs stopped at nothing to get the win despite the rocky start. It started off shaky for the Bulldogs in the first half as they were trailing 27-3 against the Sun Devils. Mississippi State was able to catch up to the deficit, holding Arizona State to only 3 points in the second half. Coach Levy says he was proud to see the toughness shown in his team on the road.
But I am, for our guys to be able to come back out in the second half, they go down the field, they chew up all that clock, but then we're able to get off the field, we hold them to a field goal, and then you look up and we're right back in the game to have the ability to make it a game there in the fourth quarter. So our toughness, our guys fighting their butt off and for each other as much as anything was something that we're going to hold on to and build on.
The Bulldogs allowed the Sun Devils to rush over 300 yards. MSU safety Isaac Smith is the team's leading tackler with 28 for the season. He says missing tackles was a big issue in the Bulldogs losing the game.
Oh, you know, they really just out-leveraged us on a bunch of plays. Came down, we had a bunch of missed tackles. Got to fly around to the ball more, get more hats on the ball, and just get the ball carried down on initial contact. I think it just came down to, the energy levels were different than they were in the first half. We came in halftime, adjusted some things, and came back out with a right level head and flew around to the ball and made big plays.
Reporting for Take 30 Sports, I am Anthony Jenkins. The Bulldogs are working to fix their tackling woes as they get set to play Toledo Saturday at 6:30 p.m. As we begin week 2 of the NFL regular season, former Bulldog Dak Prescott gets a major payday with the Dallas Cowboys. Prescott is set to have a 4-year, $240 million contract extension. This was announced the day the Cowboys defeated the Cleveland Browns 33-17. The deal makes Dak Prescott the highest paid player in NFL history.
Any negotiations, one side wants something, other side wants this, and then obviously you got to get it and you meet in the middle, and that's what we did. Something that works for everybody. I'm just proud, just happy. It's done. I'm proud of my agent. Todd did a great job. Steven and them did a great job. It works for everyone. When you look into the details, it works for everyone, and understanding where this cap is going. I'm just excited. As I said, it's behind us, and we can focus on winning games.
Dallas Cowboys is set to play the New Orleans Saints on Sunday at home. The MSU women's volleyball team started its season in late August. The Lady Bulldogs season opener was against the Memphis Tigers with a 3-0 final score. They now currently have a 1-3 record for the season and is looking to add some more W's to their record. They play Tulane tonight on the road, kicking off the Green Wave Classic. The game will start at 6:30 and will be streaming live on ESPN+. The women's soccer team started their season on the right foot. They had success last year, making it to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament, and this year they currently have a 6-1 record for the season after defeating Abilene Christian yesterday with a final score of 5-0. Their next game will be against the Oklahoma Sooners next Thursday on the road, and the game will be streaming live on SEC Network Plus. That's all we have today for sports. Hope to see you guys next week, and back to you, Aubrey.
Thanks so much, Anthony. Well, the first commercial spacewalk in the world. The details of this revolutionary voyage coming up.
Imagining the built environment of tomorrow is a collaborative dream at the College of Architecture, Art, and Design at Mississippi State University. Learning is experienced in a studio environment that brings architecture, interior design, and building construction students together to solve 21st century challenges. One of only 2 such programs in the country, MSU's curriculum creates a 360-degree approach and opportunity for learning how to work together in the real world, and encourages creativity and cooperation for resolving tomorrow's issues, such as housing for continued population growth, work and life environments for expanding urban lifestyles, and accommodating industrial and technology shifts. Working together gives students a better understanding of the intersection of design and construction, and allows for the kind of creative thinking and practical application that leads to a better future for all.
OpenAI has unveiled a new AI model it says can reason and solve harder problems in science, coding, and math better than its predecessors. The ChatGPT maker says it can reason and think much like a person. The model is the first in a series called OpenAI 01. It was released Thursday as a preview, with the firm saying it expects regular updates and improvements, and it will gradually become available to most ChatGPT users. The company says in test, 01 performs similarly to a PhD student on difficult benchmark tasks in physics, chemistry, and biology. The company says the new model doesn't yet have many of the useful features of ChatGPT, like browsing the web for information and uploading files and images, but it says it's a significant advancement for complex reasoning tasks.
And Jared Isaacman has just made history. The billionaire tech CEO has concluded the world's first commercial spacewalk as part of SpaceX's Polaris Dawn mission. Isaacman exited the capsule into the vacuum of space for about 10 minutes. While peering out, he said, "Back at home, we all have a lot of work to do, but from here, it looks like a perfect world." Isaacman did some bending around to test out the new spacesuit. All 4 crew members are being exposed to the vacuum of space. But only Isaacman and SpaceX engineer Sarah Gillis are exiting the capsule. Crewmates Scott Kidd, Poteet, and Anna Menon are staying inside.
Single-handed operations are fine.
Speaking of billionaires, no one has claimed the most recent Mega Millions jackpot yet. The winning ticket was sold in Texas, but there's a much more outstanding windfall out there. Someone in New Jersey bought a ticket worth $1.1 billion in New Jersey back in March, but it still hasn't been claimed. Winners in the Garden State have up to a year to claim their prizes. It's not known why someone would wait that long, since the state also allows winners to remain anonymous. If the jackpot isn't claimed in time, every state that participates in the lottery will get back the amount contributed. Most of them put it back into their lottery fund, but they're not required to.
And Taylor Swift won very big at the weather.
So let's talk about weather real quick.
Yes, 7-day forecast. Again, if you're going out to the Hardy concert tonight, just make sure you have the rain gear on. An isolated shower or two can't be ruled out. Same thing for tomorrow for the game. If you go to the game tomorrow, have that rain gear on just in case. Again, overall weekend, scattered showers in the forecast, but as we go through the work week next week, temperatures increase. The rain chances also decrease, but also some drier and less humid air comes into the forecast by the middle of the week of next week. So some less humid air comes in. So, open the windows again like we did last week with that less humid air around. But overall, not too bad of a 7-day forecast. We just got to dodge the showers and storms out there.
Well, thank you so much, Brodie. That's all we have for you folks, and we'll see you next week for Take 30 News.